you're back. I've been waiting forever for you two. Judging by the looks on your faces, are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival?
扱いミスナヒダ。Nahida.
Okay. First off, have you discovered the hidden truth?
Nope. Oh my god, I got nothing. Well, the space is about human presence.
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. A lack of human presence.
And that gave us dreams with no human
Those
presence.
spaces remind me of dreams. Like the one I had in the Avidia forest. Except these have no sign of human presence.
But people from Sumeru do not dream.
People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon.
Oh, is this their way of trying to get adults to dream in Sumeru since they can't organically do it? No? The truth behind the dreams.
We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them.
Oh my gosh, I never made that correlation. They get the Akasha on adulthood, and that's when they stop dreaming. But wait, do all the people in Sumeru have Akasha? They must. I kept associating it with Sumeru City, but I guess everybody gets it. Haha. Okay. Okay. Is there anything else I need to do? Yeah, I'll go for this one as well.
I've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times.
Yeah, go for this one.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when she was trying to describe them. Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now.
But that's the problem. This is very different.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this?
The Akasha's operation requires a gnosis. The Akasha is a manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace. And it grants knowledge to the people.
Oh, come on.
That doesn't...
The Akasha relies on the power of... It is the manifestation...
They all suck.
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams, too. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything more to it than that? Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming.
Well, they're the most active, but they're not the most logical, planned, well thought out, intellectual experiences, which is what Sumeru is all about. So I don't really know that you're going to be getting pearls of wisdom from them.
In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
I disagree, but we'll go with your theory.
So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So it was all a dirty trick?
And you're surprised why?
The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
But that doesn't help us get out of this dream. Yes, they don't intend to stop there.
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
It is Dunyazad's dream that we're living again and again because she won't be alive to see the next festival, Sub-Zero's, whatever it is, festival. And so she keeps living it because this is the pinnacle of everything that she's worked towards, but it just ends in disappointment because the dance can't go ahead. Does that about sum it up? Abnormal mental fatigue.
Mind feels exhausted.
Appearance and disappearances of spaces.
Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that beep sounded, many more spaces materialized.
Okay, and this one, the appearance and disappearance of dreams.
Dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that beep sounded, more new spaces appeared. The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night, even though we removed our Akasha terminals.
Really? Hold on, I've got to interpret it first.
Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. Did he mean something more?
I don't know if they associate. They don't. Okay. Ah.
We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival many times. And the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara.
Nope.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zeru's festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and so begins another samsara cycle. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zeru's festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha, and so it continues.
How long?
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine. Did Paimon get that analogy right? Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Wise words. I'm terrible at it, but wise words.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything. All right, last question. Who am I?
You expect us to have the answer to that? You got something? Well, the moon.
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation.
There you have it.
So then, if Nahida has referred to herself as the moon...
So you noticed.
You are Lesser Lord Kusanal, the one I've been searching for.
I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last. That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that.
Which is saying
Everything
something.
about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you is all. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting
Look
to
at
us
me.
since the very beginning.
If you're talking to Nahida, look at Nahida. Don't look at me.
It's funny. Thinking back
Hey.
to when we were asking all
Thank you.
over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
I have a lot of questions for you, but this doesn't seem like a good time.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now.
How the fuck do we get out of here? That's a question I'd like an answer to. Why couldn't you simply tell us the truth? Oh, great, we're going to go through all these questions.
You asked me this question before. My answer
Oh,
was,
right.
it would literally blow your mind.
Yes, you did say
Now
that.
that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk.
What a peach.
That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing.
That was indigestion, in case you're wondering, guys. I just had McDonald's. McDonald's never sits well. Okay, how do you keep sages... Start again. How do the sages manage to keep people from noticing this?
Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal.
So if it's already happened, then that means we'll never get to see the dance. Wow, that's the saddest thing you said to me all day. Aw.
Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara, right? That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway.
True.
And in any case, their actual dreams are being taken away from them by the Akasha. So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zero's festival, they don't remember anything from their previous identical dream. That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up. Is that an example of what you mean? Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendril can a person gain the Dendril element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the feelings of deja vu. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zero's festival samsara, while their dreams are stolen from them over and over again.
Dunyazad, your neck appears to be rather snapped. That's a really uncomfortable angle for you to be sleeping on. I am so worried for your neck right now. Oh, honey. That position would make more sense if you were on your stomach, but on your side, oh, you're going to have a kink in your neck when you wake up. Okay, about the side effects of a mass-produced dream.
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this? Will it ever end? And if so, when? We might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's only so much that people can tolerate, especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad. This relentless exploitation takes an even harder toll on them. People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing! We've got to put a stop to this!
But there's literally no proof you can provide to the people. I mean, sure, we can take it upon ourselves and do away with the Akasha terminal and totally be arrested at the same time, if not killed, but we have no proof to give the people. Why is the festival about the Sub-Zero's festival? Why is the dream about the Sub-Zero's festival? Probably because it's a event, or it's a time where a lot of people have dreams. Yeah?
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
They could just be thumbing their nose at you.
Even you don't know the reason? Wow. Now that's strange. The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost.
Why a short
They have to be
time?
up to no good. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it.
That's interesting. Why are they trying to harvest dreams in such a short time? What are they rushing for?
Traveler, do you have any information?
Does the traveler have any information? Mish doesn't have any information. The speech. Somehow the speech has to be relevant.
Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. Did he mean something more?
I want that conclusion.
Okay. Nahida said, the Akasha those spaces remind me of dreams.
Wait, can the Gnosis run out of power? No. Okay, I'm with the Grand Sage.
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean?
Huh? We just don't even finish the thought.
Deceiving the people
Okay.
of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter what they're trying to do, this is unforgivable.
But again, how do you punish somebody on such a mass level when you don't have proof? The people will never condemn them. Who's... She is the higher authority, though, as the actual Archon. But if the people don't hold you in reverence, then they're not going to believe you. They'll just see it as a power usurpation?
After we end the Sub-Zero's festival samsara, we have to
Usurpation?
look
I don't
into
know how to
them.
pronounce that word.
How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back? This is ridiculous!
Because this country doesn't work the same way as the others?
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun.
Ah, I get your analogy now. Well, that's what happens. People live and people die. People need to get over it. It happened hundreds of years ago.
A sun and a moon? Nahida's talking in riddles again.
She really isn't. That was a very explicit one, Paimon. Oh, God.
Oh,
Really?
We're out of time today.
Ugh.
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow. See you then.
But what if I don't remember tomorrow? Oh, my gosh. Are we there yet?
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I don't think she's okay, Paimon. Oh, shit. What's happening now?
Hey, what's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
Where is Dunyazad? I didn't even notice. I was too busy looking at her.
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
She's dead? Please tell me you're joking. She never got to see the dance. That's just tragic.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear? No way. Are we too late?
Because y'all are slow.
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Murderers! We were so close.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? Just what is she? Is she also going to disappear?
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream, so another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going.
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad.
Puppets are stiff and can't copy a living person's vitality.
Tell that to the Raiden Shogun.
After all, they're just there as filler. You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet.
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after all.
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. It was as if she only lived to stall her Elazar. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way, so that she could be her own person. But even so, she still...
It still meant a lot to her. You are a kind Archon.
Far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon.
It's kind of really hard to take her seriously in the child's body. This is a problem I've had the entire game with all these protagonists looking like fucking children. But I especially have difficulty taking... Oh, and Venti actually. Venti is another good example of this. I can't take her seriously when she's in a child's body. But I know that she's 500 years old. And I can't take her at face value with the mentality and wisdom and, okay, she's lacking in life experiences, but the knowledge and wisdom of someone who's lived 500 years. The two just don't go together in my mind, just like I refuse to do the whole mental comprehension with Venti because he sure as fuck doesn't act like somebody his age. I really wish they'd aged her up a little bit. Could she not have been like the same age as the Traveler or something? I'd find that more convincing than a 500-year-old woman in a child's body. It's really painful. Unless you're telling me that elves all look like that regardless of age, in which case I won't believe you. To be fair, we don't have anything to compare it against because the only elf we have is Cleve. We've never seen Alice. But I still believe she looks like she's in a child's body.
I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sabzeruz festival with so many regrets.
That's because you need power IRL, and we're gonna get you, Dad. Don't you worry, girl.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault, and theirs alone.
I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon.
And the first step is realizing it and admitting it. Because from there, you can then work towards your goal of becoming a real Archon. If you remain oblivious to that fact, you make no progress. You don't get anywhere. But now you can realize your goal of becoming a real Archon because you've fundamentally understood the problem. And you now know where your starting point is and where your end point is.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
Tell that to... A? She's sad over the death of Makoto.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as possible.
Never mind this, Samsara. We must end them all forever.
Great, but how do we do that?
I want to see the dance. Kill the Grand Sage. It's not going to fix anything, but it's going to make me feel better.
Although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Well, I thought it was Dunyazad, but clearly that wasn't the case. Is it Nilu's? Instead.
So, how should we find that person?
Ah, so it's exactly what I said about Dunyazad, except you put it on Nilu. Nilu really wanted to perform the dance, and it doesn't fulfill her dream because she doesn't get to perform.
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness. Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
Imagination? What do you mean by that?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind. And the server really will bring you gold and mora.
That's pretty
But
cool.
right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food.
So we find the host, then what?
Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream samsara will be broken.
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
It's someone who has a lot to gain from the festival in particular. Paimon, come on. It's possible to have logical and rational thoughts about this.
And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming?
Well, you semi-succeeded with Dia, didn't you?
After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of finding the host and ending the samsara.
No. Everything we've achieved up to this point has been all for the sake of getting the fuck out of this dream. That's what we're doing this for. To live our lives.
During this time, I'll be out of town.
What does that mean?
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the traveler went?
You into Irmansul?
Yes. I want to try something. There must still be a small wisp of possibility.
How long has it been since you've been to Irmansul?
Naringo! Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises.
Ah, sorry. Oh, I'm
I'm still a
spacebar.
little upset that we've come this far, only for Dunyarzad
We
to...
don't have time to dwell on that, Paimon, but mourn after this. Let's just... And there's a chance that she's not dead, she's just weak. Let's get on with it.
She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. But fate was against her.
I just feel so demoralized. I don't. I feel invigorated. We can get out of this mess. We know physically how to do it. Let's go. Find this person, even though it's obviously going to be Nilu. But let's go. I feel hyped.
Yeah. Saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time.
No, I really just wanted to get out of this trap.
But we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. So let's break the samsara for her sake.
Let's break the samsara for our own goddamn sakes. Paimon, do you want to keep living this dream?
Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this dream?
No.
Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no?
No, because it would have to be an organic dream. It can't be manufactured, otherwise there's no feelings behind it, and the dream isn't going to resonate the way they want it to. Unlikely. Knowing the plan, they'd probably become aware that they were dreaming. An unsuspecting host would be less likely to realize this is a dream.
That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't counting on there being other factors beyond their control. like Nahida and us.
Because we're special. Wait, hold on. I don't know what your excuse is, Paimon. What the hell is up with you? I'm not from this world. And apparently they need visions. And God knows what other Mary Sue bullshit we have going on with us. But what's your excuse? Time lady?
So, who do you think the host of the dream is?
Maybe Ferris. The one with the strange getup.
Oh, that would make sense. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is
really
a symbol
wouldn't.
of the whole Sub-Zero's festival, right? Pretty core character.
By that same thought process, you could say that Nilu is a symbol of the whole festival because she is the pinnacle of it, and embracing the flower goddesses dance for the Archon, and that's the culmination of the entire freaking event. She's way more the symbol of the Sub-Zero's festival.
Let's go ask him some questions, shall we?
Oh my god. And then this is where the quest loses me, because it's such a stupid conclusion to have come to, when there are far more obvious channels that they should have taken first. Really? You couldn't navigate in a straight line? Whack. That's the first time I put myself in those doors. Paris!
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
Not really, but thank you for asking. I appreciate
Everything's
that.
fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain. Would you mind taking part in a little experiment with us?
An experiment? That came out of nowhere. I'm listening, though. What do you need me to do?
Believe. Believe in the heart of the cards.
Could you make a wish?
Or, turn Aladdin. That works too. Imagine your wish coming true before your very eyes.
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's festival tradition or something?
Absolutely. You gotta make it your own, don't you know?
Less questions, more wishing!
Nah.
Okay.
And you must do it with conviction.
My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Yeah, I don't see that manifesting anytime soon.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone. She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the kids love her. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Ferris Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her.
I have
or
no idea.
something.
I genuinely don't know. I can't vouch for her feelings on the matter. I'm sorry.
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is.
Yeah, that kind of did bring the truth to the surface.
When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sub-Zero's festival. What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years, 100 years, I'll serve her till the end of time.
Aww. It's just all the more tragic knowing that even if she isn't truly dead, which she probably is, she's gonna die soon anyway regardless. I'm sorry for you, buddy.
Okay, yeah, that was a bit much.
Nah.
Felt like the right moment to get it off my
Hey,
chest,
good for you.
but
It was cathartic until you forget about
it
it.
was pretty embarrassing. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
Please come true. More indigestion.
open my
Don't look at me,
eyes.
guys.
Oh, you're
What?
Faki? Sorry, but only one portion of Yalda candies per person. Back home you go.
Can you please watch the names you use in games? Please? I know Faki is probably a traditional name, but it was like Assassin's Creed Odyssey had Testicles as a character name. It's like, really? Did you think about that one a little before you put it in the game?
Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me. As long as she's happy.
Yeah, about that. I'm not gonna be the one to tell him.
Host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy.
It is. Just use your goddamn brains. Okay, Paimon, don't use yours. Yours is useless. Okay, Traveler, use your damn brain. Do your whole mind palace bullshit and let's get on with it. She's assumed the pose.
Seems like
It's close enough.
everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her. But none of them has any idea that she...
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps into the kidnappers.
I'll teach them a lesson they won't forget because I'm angry.
Huh?
That doesn't really help
But
anything.
Dia can handle them. Hey, Traveler!
We know it's not Dia's dream. I still vote on Nilu. We get to attack this time. Roll out in force. Gonna make him wish they never attacked. Or attempted to attack. Same. If we heard it from so far away, why did no one else come?
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take...
Take Dunyarzad and leave. Leave these guys to me.
Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you.
Yeah, but I'm pissed. Leave.
You... fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's not like I don't trust your fighting skills.
Hey, it's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Thanks. When do I get you on my party? I could use a pyro edition. Not gonna lie.
Anyway, watch yourself.
Wait, you are pyro. You are... I'm misremembering. Hello, do you have a pyro vision on your body? I think you're pyro. I don't think she's Geo. I think she's pyro. If she's Geo, I might just
You got
cry.
yourself some backup. Suit yourself. You're going down.
What do you mean backup? The backup just left. We're really doing this in the middle of a city? We normally can't attack in cities. Oh, this is great. We never get to do this. Didn't get you? No, that didn't. Sir, don't walk that way. I want you to go that way.
That's close enough.
Oh, hello. How goes things, sir?
Be still.
Oh, he came over. So generous. We never get to attack in
Traveler?
cities.
Were you just taking your anger out on those guys?
You better believe I am, baby. I'm just angry at myself.
You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this.
Paimon, I got bigger problems in life.
Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something.
Eh?
Remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick something up?
Correct, and we never found out what she came here for. I did think about that back on the second day, but I'd forgotten it since the second day.
She said it was because she had forgotten something.
Yes, I do remember that.
Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night before the Sub-Zero's festival.
Should we check out what the item is? Maybe it'll give us some clues, and we'll just assume it is her place. Sure, let's go.
Yeah, even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this needle in a haystack search.
B&E. Why not? We just murder people left, right, and
This is the
center.
place.
How do you know
It's rude
that?
to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
Hiya! Kick down the door.
Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside.
I mean, at this point, it really doesn't matter about niceties. Just kick the door open. No one's going to arrest you. Paimon enters the room and returns a while later carrying something. Is it a letter for Nilu or something?
This was
Or a
only
diary?
a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table.
Because everybody in games write diaries. I'd still prefer a letter, though.
Should we open it?
An elegantly written note. This seems like a journal note, so both. After almost 16 days, I was finally able to get these notes written before the Sub-Zero's festival. Once the festival ends, you and Paimon will probably continue your journey immediately. Oh, it's to me! So I was hoping that I'd be able to give this to you before that. This is a compilation of folk legends concerning Lesser Lord Kusanali, created from a series of interviews that I conducted in succession and wrote down. I interviewed so many people, but I'm afraid that there are very few who know much about her. Still, I hope this will be of use to you in your search for her. Gandharvaville's water supply was once contaminated, forcing everyone to go very far out to get water. But one day, people suddenly found that the water was drinkable again, and some said that a green light was seen near the water's source the previous night. Everyone believes that this was the divine power of Lesser Lord Kusanali at work. This sounds quite plausible. The contamination of water sources via natural means probably takes ages. Did Lesser Lord Kusanali appear in Gandalfville then? After Mum passed away, I was super afraid of the dark and couldn't sleep. But from one day on, awkward, I would hear a voice that would chat with me till I fell asleep. A nice lady told me that Lesser Lord Kusanali must have been watching over me. Poor child. I hope that the Sub-Zeru's festival makes him a little happier. This is quite similar to something I experienced back then as well. She's indeed a gentle god. There was this one time when I'd had a wee bit too much to drink and couldn't find my way home to save my life. Then, when I turned a corner, I could have sworn I saw Lesser Lord Kusanali. She was very tall and had the most muscular arms, and she caught me when I slipped and fell. The next morning, I found myself sleeping under a tree. I reckon that must have been her looking out for me. Not sure this one has much value as a reference. That was probably just a tree, right? Yeah, I'm inclined to believe that too. These folk records appended with Dunyazad's references and opinions leave every page densely packed.
Wow. Dunyazad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking of us, even while we were away.
Is there anything about the flower goddess? Sorry, goddess of flowers. And the dance?
Even though
Or
she
Nilu?
was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zeru's festival and had all her health problems to worry about. She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sub-Zeru's festival, right?
Yeah.
If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her.
Dunyazad. She's even angrier. You just fueled her with anger and rage, Paimon. Congratulations. Talk to Dunyazad. Yo, puppet. I got some questions for you, apparently. Oh my god, the same way constantly. Never any variation. Except for now, apparently. Where does this door lead? Ah, this one. Sorry, it just looked weird. We go to her bench, where she should be at this time of the afternoon. Whoa, that ping, yeesh.